Hey everyone, my name is Colin and I'm a product manager here at SAP. Today, I'm excited to go through data preparation with you in SAP Analytics Cloud. Today, we'll be going over hierarchies, geo enrichment, and smart transformations. So grab your data set and let's get going.
Alright, to start, let's take a look at this Excel sheet, as this is what typically a business user would have on hand. Here in this sheet, we actually have the first and the last name of our sales agents. We have date dimensions, we also have product types, we have customers, country, and geo information. And I'm going to quickly show you how easy it is to bring your data into SAP Analytics Cloud. So first off, just start with the hamburger menu and we'll get you to create a model here. And we'll select our source file and go from there. So here we just want to make sure that we're getting the right data set in here. And we're going to be selecting our modeling data set. And here we just want to really make sure that we check off the first column as a header. And with that, we'll import the data set in. Now, as this is loading, SAP Analytics Cloud is acquiring the data into the cloud. This will allow you to access some of our amazing smart features, such as Smart Discovery, which will tell you the key influencers that are driving a particular measure or dimension. And the first thing we want to do in the modeler is really make sure that our columns are classified properly as a dimension, a date dimension, or a measure. So if you aren't familiar with measures or dimensions, measures are actually numerical values that mathematical functions work on. Dimensions, on the other hand, are qualitative and don't equal a sum. So right off the bat, I can see here that the latitude and longitude values were classified as a measure with the icon. So since latitude and longitude numbers aren't ones that you can necessarily calculate on, we want to make sure that this is properly categorized as a dimension. So to do this, you would just go into the latitude or longitude and then change the type from measure into dimension. It's just that easy. Now, you can see that right off the bat with SAP Analytics Cloud, we have machine learning technology in the background that automatically categorizes the columns into measures and dimensions. And for the most part, they're spot on. Now, in the modeler, we can also make some transformations if the data isn't ideal. So for example, knowing a sales agent's first or last name in itself isn't super helpful. So here in this case, we want to combine these together. So to do this, it's pretty simple. Let's just select and hold shift on the sales agent's first name and last name and utilize the Smart Transformations function. Here we can concatenate the columns and combine them into one. Now we won't ever get confused with Susan 1 and Susan 2. Now, let's go over some of the main menu options when creating a model. Under the File option, you can save the model, and I highly recommend that you do this often. You can do undo and redo if you made any mistakes. So in this case, say I didn't want to combine these columns, you're able to quickly do an undo and redo to fix this mistake. But in this case, we'll leave it as is. In the Layout function, you have the option to change into the card view instead of the default grid view. This will allow you to easily see if you have any issues with the data. Now, in Display, you can actually also sort, and you can also hide and show dimensions based on the ones that you need. So here we can sort on A to Z, Z to A, model structure, and even error count. Now let's go back to the grid view and really check out the next phase of actions. This is really where we get to the fun stuff. So let's start off by creating a level-based hierarchy. This will let you drill down on your data so that you can get more granular information. So you can do this by selecting the three squares there, and let's name our hierarchy product typing. Now from here, we want to select where we want to start with the hierarchy. So let's start from the product, go to the product type, and then have that also branch into the bike type. And this is all it takes to create an easy and simple hierarchy. Now we can do additional things to make our data more useful. We can geo-enrich our latitude and our longitude so that we can create beautiful geomap visualizations. So that's super easy. You just select the geo-enrichment icon, and then you want to select the location ID. So let's do country. And SAP Analytics Cloud is so smart, it already knows the latitude and longitude values and which columns they belong in. So with that, we can create. This will create a useful geo enrichment that we can use in our visualizations later on. Now with this, we can easily validate our model and make sure that there are no issues. Since we saw earlier in the card view that all our columns were green, we should be able to create the model with no errors at all. And now we'll quickly click the create model button so that now you can publish this as a public model, and you'll be able to use this across all your stories as you wish. So that's all we have for this time. Check out the next video in our series to learn more.